First graders. Last week we started talking about the ocean as a scientist, and we looked at different things like erosion and waves. We were classifying living and non living, and we were also looking at different types of animals that live in the ocean. This week we're going to be talking more about those animals, and we're going to be doing some experiments and some really cool activities with those. And today we're going to start with reptiles. You worked on classifying these on Friday, but remember reptiles are cold-blooded, oviparous, meaning they lay eggs, animals that breathe air and have skin covered with hard, dry skin or bony plates. So one of the most common ones that occur in the ocean is the sea turtle. So today, that's exactly what we're going to be learning about. We're going to be looking at this book called Sea Turtles, and it's a National Geographic book for kids, and it is written by Laura Marsh. So go ahead and listen in. If you are not in a comfy position, maybe you need to do so or get a stuffed animal or something, but we're going to go ahead and read this and learn as much information as we can about sea turtles. I also noticed that this book is a nonfiction book. A sea turtle. What hatches on land but spends its life in the sea? What starts out the size of a ping pong ball but can grow up to 7 feet long? A sea turtle. Ocean world. Sea turtles are graceful swimmers in the water. Their flippers move like wings. Sea turtles travel the world in warm ocean waters. They are one of the few reptiles that live in the sea. So here I have a map and it says the dark blue area shows where the sea turtles travel. So all of the blue on that picture is the ocean, but only the dark blue is where the sea turtles travel. A sleek body helps the turtle move easily through the water. Here is the diagram with many labels. The scales on its shell are called scutes. The back flippers steer the turtle as it swims. They are also used to dig nests in the sand. A sea turtle has lungs because it breathes air. A sea turtle holds its breath underwater. A sea turtle can't pull their heads and limbs into their shells like land turtles can. Their large, powerful flippers act like paddles. Scientists believe some sea turtles live 80 years or more, but they don't know for sure. Meet the turtles. There are 7 kinds of sea turtles in the world. Each has special features. The loggerhead is the most common sea turtle in the southern United States. It gets its name from its large head. The flatback has a flat body. It's the only sea turtle that doesn't live in U.S. waters. It lives near Australia. The olive ridley has an olive-colored shell. It's shaped like a heart. The hawksbill can't dive deep. It spends most of its time on the water's surface. The green turtle has a small head. Unlike other sea turtles, it goes ashore to warm itself in the sun. The Kemp's ridley likes shallow waters. It's the world's most endangered sea turtle. Endangered means it's at risk of dying out. The leatherback doesn't have a hard shell. Its skin is rubbery with small bones underneath. Nest building. A female sea turtle comes on land to lay her eggs. Did you hear that? She usually returns to the same beach where she hatched. Scientists aren't sure how sea turtles know where to go. They think sea turtles know by instinct. Then the sea turtle digs a hole with her back flippers. She lays her eggs and covers them with sand. Then she returns to the sea. So here we're getting into the life cycle. We've talked about life cycle before. So the mama sea turtle will come to the beach where she was laid or where she hatched. She lays her eggs in a burrow. She makes a hole in the sand and then buries them again and goes back to the sea. Oh, baby. Crack! The eggs hatch after 50 to 70 days. Tiny turtles called hatchlings crawl out of their eggshells. They are less than 3 inches long. baby loggerhead sea turtles hatching from its shell. Look at how cute it is. Hatchlings usually crawl toward the sea at night. In the dark, they are hidden from their predators. The little turtles follow the brightest light. The line where the sky meets the sea is the brightest natural light on a beach. If the hatchlings follow the light, they will make it to the sea. Big and small. The smallest sea turtles are the Kemp's Ridley and the Olive Ridley. Adults are about 2 feet long and weigh up to 100 pounds. The largest sea turtle is the leatherback. It can grow up to 7 feet long and weigh more than 2,000 pounds. That's about 10 men put together. On the menu, munch, munch, what's for lunch? Most sea turtles eat plants and animals. They dine on algae and seagrasses. They also munch on crab and conchs. Jellyfish are a favorite food for many sea turtles. But plastic trash can look like jellyfish in the ocean, and that spells trouble. Swallowing trash can hurt and even kill the sea turtles. Danger. Trash isn't the only danger to sea turtles. Fishing nets and hungry animals can harm them too. Building lights can confuse hatchlings so they don't reach the sea. Sometimes people even step on a sea turtle nest by accident. Sea turtle rescue. In 2010, a giant oil spill leaked into the Gulf of Mexico. Oil covered sea animals and washed up on beaches. Oil is dangerous to people and wildlife. People in charge of a sea turtle rescue program in Louisiana saved many sea turtles. The rescuers cleaned the turtles and gave them medicine. People cared for them until they could return to the sea. So here are some steps that you can take for safekeeping. Pick up trash on the beach. Don't release balloons into the air. Turn out lights that can be seen from a beach. Read beach warning signs and tell your classmates. So that's our book, and it told us a lot of information about sea turtles. Towards the end, it started talking about things that humans do that can cause problems for sea turtles, just like we learned about in the rainforest a few weeks ago. But today, what we're going to be focusing on is the life cycle of a sea turtle. And remember, life cycle is something that repeats. So I don't know if you caught it in the book. I'm going to go ahead and open up to the page again, but I want you to maybe pause this video and think about what happens, or how is a sea turtle born, and then how does that life cycle repeat itself? That's right. The mama sea turtle finds her way back to a beach. She digs a hole and lays her eggs. And then once the eggs hatch, they crawl back to the ocean where they will live. And hopefully they will then lay eggs later. So I've created this cute little craft of this sea turtle, and it has a shell on. And if you notice, it says the sea turtle life cycle. I'm going to start over here. This is showing a picture of a hole that a mama sea turtle laid eggs into. Then we're going to follow our arrow right over here where it is showing us that it's going to crack. The egg is going to crack. And then we see our hatchling. Once the hatchling is fully out, it's like a baby turtle. And eventually it's going to grow all the way into that adult turtle again. Now, how do you think it repeats itself? How does this cycle keep going around and around and around and around and around? You're right. That adult sea turtle is going to lay more eggs and will start all over again. The sad thing is that sometimes humans make choices that endanger or they kill those sea turtles. And if we continue to do that, will there be any sea turtles left? No. I know you and I can play an important role in helping keeping those sea turtles alive. But today we're going to focus on that life cycle. And in fact, on Seesaw today, your job is going to be to explain the life cycle. So I'm going to show you one more time, then you're going to write about it and record yourself telling your teachers what the life cycle of a sea turtle is. The mama digs a hole and lays her eggs. They begin to hatch. The hatchlings come out of the eggs. There's a baby turtle that goes back to the ocean, and eventually it will grow into an adult and lay eggs again. Awesome job today, Spartans. You got this.